Director, actor, and cultural touchstone Rob Reiner and his wife Michele Singer Reiner were found dead on Sunday in their Los Angeles home in Brentwood, in what authorities described as an apparent homicide. Rob Reiner was 78 years old, and Michele Singer Reiner was 68. The circumstances were sudden, shocking, and are now at the center of an active criminal investigation that has sent waves of grief through Hollywood and far beyond. Los Angeles firefighters were called to the couple's home Sunday afternoon, where they discovered two bodies. According to multiple reports, the Reiners' daughter Romy Reiner was the one who found them. By Monday, police announced that the couple's son, Nick Reiner, had been arrested on murder charges and was being held on $4 million bail. Authorities have not released further details as the investigation continues. In a family statement shared with major outlets, relatives said, "It is with profound sorrow that we announce the tragic passing of Michele and Rob Reiner. We are heartbroken by this sudden loss, and we ask for privacy during this unbelievably difficult time." Rob Reiner was born on March 6, 1947, in New York City, United States, into a household already steeped in comedy, creativity, and storytelling. He was the son of Carl Reiner, a legendary comedian, actor, and writer whose influence on American television comedy was monumental. Growing up around writers' rooms, sound stages, and performers, Rob absorbed the rhythms of humor and narrative almost by osmosis. Yet, even with a famous last name, he carved his own identity early on not just as a comedian's son, but as a performer with sharp instincts and a distinct voice. Reiner's first major breakthrough came not behind the camera, but in front of it. In the early 1970s, he joined the cast of CBS's All in the Family, portraying Michael Stivic, better known to millions as Meathead, the outspoken, liberal son-in-law of Archie Bunker. The role made Rob Reiner a household name and placed him at the center of one of the most influential television shows in American history. His performance earned him 2 Emmy Awards, but perhaps more importantly, it introduced audiences to a performer unafraid to engage with social and political ideas through humor. That willingness to blend entertainment with deeper meaning would later define his directing career. From actor to iconic director. When Rob Reiner stepped behind the camera, few could have predicted just how wide and lasting his impact would be. He went on to direct a remarkable run of films that have since become cultural landmarks. Among them, This is Spinal Tap, the groundbreaking mockumentary that redefined comedy and satire. Stand By Me, a tender coming-of-age story that resonated across generations. The Princess Bride, a fairy tale that somehow became timeless. When Harry Met Sally, one of the most beloved romantic comedies ever made. A Few Good Men, a courtroom drama remembered for its tension and unforgettable lines. Few directors can claim mastery across so many genres: comedy, romance, drama, satire, and fewer still did it with such heart. Just this fall, Reiner returned to one of his most iconic creations with Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, reminding audiences that his creative energy never truly slowed down. Rob Reiner's personal life was deeply intertwined with his creative one. He married Michele Singer Reiner in 1989, and together they built a life that balanced art, activism, and family. Michele was an accomplished photographer, known for capturing powerful images, including the photograph of Donald Trump that appeared on the cover of The Art of the Deal. The couple had 3 children together. Reiner was also previously married to filmmaker Penny Marshall, and he became the adoptive father of her daughter, actress Tracy Reiner. One of the most famous personal moments in Reiner's filmography came from his own family. In When Harry Met Sally, his mother Estelle Reiner delivered the now immortal line, "I'll have what she's having." It's a moment that still draws laughter decades later. It was also during the making of that same film that Rob Reiner first met Michele. In a later interview, he revealed that meeting her inspired him to change the ending, choosing hope, love, and togetherness for Harry and Sally. Sometimes art really does imitate life. Authorities have not yet explained the full circumstances surrounding the deaths of Rob and Michele Reiner. The Los Angeles Police Department's Robbery Homicide Division responded to the home, confirming the case as an apparent homicide. Deputy Chief Alan Hamilton stated that investigators are working to speak with every family member possible to determine the facts. As of now, no public last words or final statements from Rob or Michele have been released. What remains are questions and a deep sense of loss. Reactions from Hollywood and leaders. Tributes poured in almost immediately. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass called the loss devastating, praising Reiner as an artist who used his creativity in service of social and economic justice. California Governor Gavin Newsom described Reiner as the big-hearted genius behind so many of the classic stories we love, highlighting the empathy that made his work timeless. Former President Barack Obama said that Rob Reiner's stories reflected a deep belief in the goodness of people and a lifelong commitment to acting on that belief. Nancy Pelosi called the news devastating, describing Michele as Rob's indispensable partner in every endeavor. Actor Sean Astin, now president of the Screen Actors Guild, said Reiner's impact on American culture simply can't be overstated. Even the family of Norman Lear, Reiner's longtime collaborator and mentor, released a statement noting that Lear often referred to Rob as a son, and that Rob and Michele spent their lives trying to make the country better through art, activism, and love. Rob Reiner mattered because his work made people feel something. He made audiences laugh, cry, argue, fall in love, and believe sometimes all in the same movie. His films weren't just entertainment. They were shared experiences, quoted endlessly, passed from one generation to the next. Together, Rob and Michele Reiner represented a partnership built on creativity, conviction, and family. Their deaths leave a silence that will be felt for a long time. Rob Reiner once helped us believe that true love, justice, and friendship were worth fighting for. That legacy remains on screens, in stories, and in the hearts of those who grew up with his work. If you found this tribute meaningful, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss future stories honoring the lives that shaped our culture.